James Woodward Strong was born in Brownington, Vermont in 1833. His life was largely influenced by his strong religious upbringing. After graduating from Beloit College in Wisconsin, he entered the Union Theological Seminary in New York, then was ordained as a congregational minister in 1862. James married Mary Davenport in 1861, and they had 2 children, William and Edward, all of which are buried in Oaklawn Cemetery in Northfield, Minnesota. James was accepted as a pastor at the Plymouth Congregational Church in Faribault, Minnesota in 1865. Strong became actively involved in the movement by the Congregational Church to establish a college in Northfield in 1866. He served as a trustee of the newly chartered Northfield College, later Carleton, at the very beginning in 1867. In 1870, a college faced a significant challenge. They needed a president. At first, Strong declined the invitation, but he finally accepted and assumed the presidency in September of 1870. The college needed funds, and the fundraising became a constant task and challenge for the new president. 2 of the larger donors were William Carleton and Susan Willis. The donations the college received was large enough that the college changed its name from Northfield College to Carleton, and one of the first buildings was named after Susan. James played an interesting role after the raid of the First National Bank in Northfield by the infamous James Younger Gang on September 7, 1876. During the attempt, Strong's friend and acting cashier Joseph Lee Haywood had been assassinated by Frank James. After the smoke cleared, inside the bank lay the body of Joseph Lee Haywood. James Strong, after learning of Haywood's death, was on his way to inform Miss Haywood of her husband's murder, but she had overheard a neighbor shout the news across the street. Although crushed, the courageous lady, on hearing the grisly details of his death, said, "I would not have had him do otherwise." President Strong turned back, instead helping retrieve Haywood's body and accompanying it to Haywood's widow at her home. Later, on September 10th, a funeral service was held for Haywood, officiated by Reverend D.L. Leonard from the First Congregational Church, with about 800 people in attendance. The Reverend Leonard and Dr. Strong conducted the service. The years passed, with Dr. Strong serving Carleton and the community. After retiring, Dr. James Woodward Strong died peacefully in his sleep at his home in Northfield on February 24, 1913, at the age of 80. It was said that the news of his death spread around town. There was a noticeable hush, a hush not caused so much by sorrow as by of love and by sincere thankfulness that such a noble life was granted and had such a peaceful ending. I'm Tim Freeland, and together with my father Al Freeland, we clean gravestones and tell stories. We honor noteworthy historical figures with our work and hope to bring these people and their stories back to life.